The Minnesota scam. Remember, I have been telling you that the Governor Tim Walz and perhaps the Congresswoman Ilhan Omar have something to do with the ballooning scam. That value now stands at $9 billion. They are still not able to account for another $9 billion. So who knows where this money is going to be traced out to. But what has happened is something very, very, very damning. A blogger like me, his name is Nick Shirley, he's about 23 years old. He has released a 42-minute video on X as well as YouTube. On X, it has garnered close to 110 plus million views. It might have gone up even as we speak. And it's got a few million views on YouTube. This basically tells us that X has now become the dominant platform for sharing media. In this video, Nick Shirley details step by step, scam by scam, what happened in Minnesota. And I'm going to show you a glimpse of that. And then we are going to move on to a couple of other states, Ohio and Pennsylvania, where another scam, again interestingly involving Somalian Americans, is happening. First, let's take a look at what has been found in Minnesota, because this particular scam, there is a number to call. And if you call that number, guess where it goes? Tim Walz's office. Don't believe me? Just watch this video.
So guys, this is absolutely mind-blowing. So I was watching the most recent video by Nick Shirley exposing these daycare centers. Now, they're going daycare to daycare, and the next one that they go to is called Sweet Angel Childcare. This is where they show up to. And this is the business right here. Sweet Angel Childcare in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, listen to where this phone number goes to when you call this child care center. Just wait for it.
Thank you for contacting the office of Governor Tim Walz and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan. Our office is located at 130 State Capitol at 75 Reverend.
There you see, it is actually ringing at Tim Walz's office. Can you believe this? So this means that now Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, has been caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Kash Patel, the FBI director, has put in forces into motion. A lot of these places are being busted, and we are going to see a huge fallout. Not only that, something similar has taken place in Ohio also, and this is fraud involving Medicaid. And the person who's talking, she is an attorney, her name is Mehek Cook. She says that something similar has also been observed in the state of Pennsylvania. Now, Pennsylvania is a very big state, and Ohio is also a big state. So you can see the numbers running into billions. Here we go.
So these individuals tried to report the fraud that was happening in Ohio, and then eventually came to me to say that we're watching providers rubber stamp paperwork for home health. So in Ohio, and there's many states like this, Pennsylvania and other states too, where you can go in and you can say my aging parent needs a home health care and I want to provide it. So the state will, as long as a doctor has approved it, continue to pay you. It could be for 10 hours, 12 hours, up to 24 when it's critical care. So you could sit at home without caring for an elderly parent who really doesn't need it, make about $75,000 to $90,000 a year. Now you add two parents, that's $180,000. Now you add your in-laws, $250,000. You continue to add this and you wonder, what are the services being provided? So a lot of providers came and said, fraud is occurring because we said we weren't going to rubber stamp this paperwork, so they went to other providers. Their home healthcare network saying, we'll make it worth your while. Well, sounds like a kickback to me. So we really need to investigate the Medicaid system and how much it's increased since the Somalian population came and who really needs critical care, because that's meant for our disabled, our elderly, and people who really need it, not to just live off our system. And that's what's happening in Ohio. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's despicable, but authorities are now looking at it from the Attorney General's office to the U.S. Attorney's office. I flagged them all because this is Ohio tax dollars and we have to take it seriously. I'm tired of people telling me, well, this is the way it's always been. It's subjective and we can't really check. No, you can. Audit America, audit Ohio now. And I'm pushing for that in every single state.
You can see that the $38 trillion deficit that US is facing today didn't happen in one day. This has been building up for a lot of time. And many people have been looking the other way, and now the chickens have come home to roost. And this can only be, rectified by a systematic audit of each and every such case. I'm sure California has its own share of problem, $76 billion unaccounted for, and the proverbial excrement is hitting the rotating mechanism fixed on the ceiling, and everybody run for cover. That's what is happening. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. This is not the last word on this. We will give you more breaking news as and when that happens. Namaskar.